back to the AM Club. And it's time for Lifestyle Daily. Today we're asking the question, what do you even do with your mindset? Do you have one? Have you set your mindset the right path? And what does it really mean to have the right mindset? And you know who is best at talking about these things? We're talking to Antoinette Jan, Life Purpose Coach, Araba, Africa. Good morning, darling.
Good morning.
Love your hair. Have you always had this hair? Last 2 weeks when you came, did you have this hair?
No.
What has inspired the look?
It's always been like this. If you look at my photo shoots, I've always had short hair, and I just wanted to do something different.
You thought you should color it. So, what is the color I'm interested? Why not green? Why not blue? Why not any other color but this?
This is vibrant.
I'm telling you. I've got a question about whether or not there's a difference between mindset and your thinking.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
The same thing.
It's the same thing. So your mindset, it's the way you think, your assumptions, your inclinations, how you perceive things. And these come from your growing up, your orientation, your education. You know, sometimes in the house they tell you, my favorite one actually, money doesn't grow on trees, take your time, all those things. They form the way you think about a lot of things. And the common ones are about money, about well-being, people who are rich, about life itself. So we form our thinking, which becomes our mindset, from our environment.
Okay. In your years as a practicing as a life purpose coach, what has the right mindset done for you, first of all, for you to even want to talk about this and encourage people to have the right one?
MFA, that's actually an interesting question, because what mindset has done for me is for me to be here today in this seat talking to you, because with the right mindset you are able to unlock your potential. You know what is possible for you, you know what you can actually do, you believe in yourself, you have confidence, you're able to go out and do the things that you really want to do. Mindset can be empowering and limiting. And what we teach in the coaching that we do is that make sure that your mindset is that which empowers you.
Okay. Is this to say that your mindset, okay, well, you mentioned it, so it can be either negative or positive. Then it takes me back to the question, how do you arrive at the mindset? Is it a conscious effort, or like what you said earlier, you are what your life experiences? So for a certain type of mindset, is it you that would wake up in the morning and say that I want to have this mindset? Or by the time you realize your mind is set on something because of the experiences, or you picking them up, how do you arrive at what is called mindset?
So it's the last one you said, by the time you realize, but it's the first part what we want. When you wake up, by the time you realize you have all these mindsets, and I have a blog that is on mindset, and I call it, you are up to a funny business. Your mind is up to no good, because what you are thinking is not your mind, it is other people's thoughts. You know, you want your mind to be your friend. You want the things that you think to help you, to empower you. For example, you come here, you want to be able to shine at what you are doing. But if you are thinking a certain thought that is not empowering for you, just be sitting here second guessing yourself, not thinking properly. So the mind that is supposed to help you is not helping you, it's rather taking away from you. That is why we are asking that the mindset, what you are thinking, becomes conscious. Because unfortunately, our mindset is not conscious a lot of times, because what our parents have told us, what our teachers have told us, that you amount up to no good, you will not be able to do anything. All these things have formed how we think. Life is difficult, there's no money, all these things. They formed how you think. So if you are thinking this way, how would you go out and do anything that you want to do?
Okay. So what about the factors that are uncontrollable? How do you have the right mindset if you find yourself in an environment that is no different? One time, Trevor Noah actually said that in his community in South Africa, where he was born or where he grew up, you don't see anybody like a doctor, or you don't see anybody who has achieved anything. It's either you're on the farm or you're doing something, and yet they will ask the young kids, what do you want to be? And they expect the child to say that, I want to be a doctor. But I ask this because I want to know, how does what you see influence your mindset? And how can you now make that conscious effort, as you're saying? Because if I haven't seen it, I cannot make a conscious effort.
So what you say is really interesting, and it's true, because a lot of the work that I have done up till now is in rural development, going to communities and working with young people, children. And when you go into these communities and you ask people, what do you want to do? Most people will tell you, I want to be a teacher or a nurse, because that is what they see. And it forms part of their thinking. And so what you are saying is true, that what we see, what we become exposed to, is in a way affects us. But you are hearing this today. And a lot of people, like in growing up, you go to school, you read books. Now the internet is there. You see what people are achieving. You are saying things are not possible. But you can see people who are doing things and making things happen for them. So all these are also things that you are seeing. So it takes the conscious effort to choose where you will be, because as I've said, your mindset now has to be conscious. I want to take you on this part, that there are different types of mindsets.
Okay.
There is a positive and a negative mindset, where people think negative about. There are some people, no matter what you do, everything will be negative. Even if it's the best thing, they will find something negative in that. The positive mindset is that even in a negative situation, you try to find the silver line, you try to find the lessons in it, you try to find what you can make out of the situation. That's the difference between the positive and the negative. There is the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. The growth mindset is that you believe that you'll be able to learn you'll be able to do something with yourself, and that what you couldn't do yesterday doesn't mean that you can't do it today. Do you see? So you try, you do things, you learn, you improve. And then the fixed mindset is that you think that nothing is possible. You think that where you've reached is where you've reached, or where I come from, we can't achieve anything. But look at Trevor Noah example that you gave. You just said that he came out from this part where, but is he on the farm? No.
Yeah, he's not.
But there are a lot of things that inspired him, things he saw, people that he looked up to. He started taking action, working on it, and decided that, okay, I could actually make something out of it. Yeah.
Let's take the set out of the mind and separate the two and talk about the mind. I've heard someone say that your mind is the greatest and the strongest part of you, and yet it looks like it is the same thing that will destroy you. What did that person mean?
So, I like what you said, because the Bible says something about the lips, that it is the lips. You know how if you put a horse in a bit, you put something on a horse, with that thing you'll be able to control the horse anywhere it goes. Okay, so that is the control. So with that, you can do good and evil. It's the same with your lips. With your lips, you can say something good, you can say something bad. It's the same with your mind. I said that your mindset has to be either limiting or empowering, and you make sure that it is empowering. The mind, the way you are thinking, your perception. Let's take two people who grew up from the same environment. Let's say Trevor Noah and his friend who grew up, and he was reading, learning, and he was aspiring for things, and his mindset told him that I could actually go out and do things. I could actually be on TV. I could actually be this wonderful host. I like comedy. I could do this and this. And this person also said, well, I like this. I like football. I want to do this. But if I look in my environment, everybody is farming. How can I do it? It can't happen. It won't happen. Negative mindset. It won't happen. I can't do anything. Meanwhile, if he had a positive and a growth mindset, he would say, okay, I can do this, I can learn, I can go to this corner place where they are playing street football. I can start from there. Maybe a scout will find me, maybe this, and then it will happen. So with the same mindset, you can take two people in the same place, but the difference will be their ability to think and unlock their potential. So definitely, that is it.
Okay. Let's look at the role of what you don't know doesn't kill you. What you don't know does not affect you, which means that what you're putting in your mind, that person in that community or that village that doesn't know a doctor or doesn't know a footballer, I want to know the role of opportunity in what mindset does. What role can opportunity? Because this person who attempted to want to be a footballer in a community where there's no footballer? Is it that he or she had the opportunity to see a footballer or spoke to a footballer? How can you come out of a natural mindset and create a new mindset for you? Is in this line, in this bridge, does opportunity play a role?
Opportunity plays a role, but it doesn't start from there. Because opportunity can be before you and you will not see it. Do you see? Opportunity, you think that opportunity means, hey, I've seen you, come, let's go.
Okay.
Sometimes it shows up in little forms, like let's give it a try. It builds up. So you are not looking at that big opportunity. Your example you gave, he didn't step out and just vanish in the air and got a big opportunity.
Right.
Do you understand? But it takes small steps, little things. So right now, it's about maybe improving yourself a little, giving a chance, believing what you can. Because I know that a lot of people would say, oh, maybe some people can do it or they can think positive and something is good for them. But it is all in your thinking. And I get your question about asking, where does it start?
Yeah.
If you are hearing this now, it is a starting point for you to start conscious thinking. Okay. And now I'm sure a lot of people have heard about how to think positively, how to turn your life around, how to unlock your potential, all that. A lot of people have heard about it, but the work is in actually going and doing it. And so what you can do as an individual is take a step back and do self-reflection. Reflect on yourself. What is my thinking about? List a few things about the things that make your life, maybe even opportunity, about life, about money, about how do I think about life. We can start up from there and see that what you are thinking, is it positive or negative? How am I thinking? For anybody who became anything, they first had to believe that it was possible.
Okay. So let's stay on the negative mindset.
Why do you want?
I want to stay on there because then you can have that strong conviction that what you're doing is right. And you keep pursuing it. And you deploy all other resources to achieve it. And yet it is negative. This is because of the mindset that you have. This is my mind. I want to be this. I don't care how I get there. I am getting there. That's my mind. And I set my mind to it. How do you know? What kind of self-awareness? How do you know that? It's nice to know that you have the mindset and yet your process is negative.
The process itself is negative. How do you know the process is negative? I'm not sure I understand.
Okay.
The question.
So how do you know that what you want for yourself, it doesn't sit well in the bigger picture? You're being selfish with yourself. I'm talking about you knowing that mindset plays everything. It's just almost everything. You need to set your mind on that thing and you want to go. You see this leaf here, I want to walk there and I want to get it. But knowing that if I pick this out of the table, it's not a good thing. How do I know that the decisions that I've made for myself, even though it sits well with me, it's not good?
How do you know your
How would you know?
is
How
not
do you
good?
know that if nobody taps you from behind and say that, don't pick this flower, and yet I want this flower for myself, how would you know that?
So do you mean that the goal someone has set itself is not the right goal, but in their mind they are thinking that I can achieve it because it's not the right goal?
Yes. 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 How do you know if you don't have a wake-up call? If you don't, how do you know that it's not right when yet you
But your experiences will teach you. Your experiences will teach you. That's why I said self-reflection is important, because as you go on that path, you also have to analyze that this I am doing, is it right for me? That's why you also need mentors, coaches, people who will support you on the path. But the conversation we are having about mindset is about self-belief, that being able to dream, being able to unlock your potential, being able to go out and do that which you can do. Setting a wrong goal is different. Setting a wrong goal is...
Have you met somebody who has a certain type of mindset and they take an entrenched position, and no matter what you do, because they've made up their mind about it, they think it is the right thing to do?
Plenty.
For such a person, if they were on your table, how do you deal with that?
It depends if they are open to learn. You know, there are people who are open to learn, open to understand what ramifications of things are and etc. You work with them and they are willing to work with you to make a change. There are people who don't want to do anything change. For those people, I say go a bit and learn some more.
Okay.
Maybe after a while, when you realize, and time also teaches, because after a while, when you realize that maybe this is not right, the people what they said was actually true and I wasn't, you will learn.
Okay.
So I think that sometimes it just takes time, but it's up to the people who are willing to actually do something with it.
Okay, let's come back to the fact that mindsets should be empowering. Let's look at the factors that will let you know that, listen, you're on the right path. The right mindset is what you have. You're unlocking your goals. You're unlocking your potentials. What do we look at? When I wake up in the morning, what shall I write down? And when I come back, I'll be ticking them to know that I'm getting things that will empower me.
So I get that maybe you're talking about your goals here. If you set some goals, you want to achieve X at this time, you want to complete your education, you want to improve yourself, etc. You set that goal as something that you want to achieve, and each day you must take a step towards that goal. So even when you are tired or you know that this is my goal and this is what I can do about it. So you look at your mindset. Is this a mindset that suggests that is going to help me? Or even when you face an obstacle, how do you look at it? Do you look at your obstacle as an opportunity to learn, or this is the point where I can do something about it? You try to see the good in the situation. So each day you look at yourself and say, what decisions am I going to make to help my bigger goal?
It sounds like it's very simple. Is it that simple?
It's not.
It sounds like there's a pack here, you and I just walking.
It's not. Maybe when I talk, it sounds simple.
Sounds simple.
But it is work. And it is work that you need to consciously do. You need to consciously, and it's not always going to be easy. There are days that I am thinking and I'm like, no, this is not what to think. Do you see? Even when I was coming here I was thinking something. I'm like, no, this is not what I'm supposed to think. I'm supposed to think X because this is my goal and I need to put myself on track. But when you haven't done any introspection or reflection to know that this is actually what I am thinking, when it shows up, you can't identify it.
Thank you for hitting that. Exactly what I mean. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. Then it means that self-awareness plays a major key. How do you train yourself to have self-awareness?
This is what I said about introspection and reflection.
Okay.
When you reflect, that is where you know. People don't even know themselves. They don't know that this is who I am, this is how I am thinking, this is how I am feeling. The thinking that you are thinking, it is what is undoing you. That's actually a new word I want to be using. It is what is undoing you. Do you see? So you have to be aware of what you are thinking, that in a situation, am I thinking in a way that empowers me? And it's not like we are talking about some magical thing. The way you are thinking is what will help in the next step that you will take. So for example, let's take somebody annoys you. The person has annoyed you. You have two options. Either to be quiet and say, it's okay, fine, let's just move on and let it go. And you have your peace and continue what you are doing. Or you say, this person annoyed me, I'm going to this, then you slap the person. Then you slap the person, then it becomes a fight. Then you are spending 3 hours of your time in an argument that is not productive. Meanwhile, you are losing money. You are not doing work that you are supposed to do. You are not. So it's a spiral effect. Imagine how the rest of the day will go for this person who made a wrong decision or was thinking wrongly. But if you are with the right mind, you said, it's okay, people offend you, let me move on. They can go on and do several things in that day. That in the next day will add up to something, in the next day will add up. But this one has come back like 6 months because of that action. So when you say mindset, it's not like you are saying some crazy woo thing. It's just that knowing and being aware and consciously choosing how you think, because in consciously choosing how you think, it affects your actions and how you move on, and it just goes on and on.
You cited an example of how people will react to a situation. Will this mean that, I may stretch this conversation a bit, but will this mean that your personality traits will not will not play in any role, because there's that one person that no matter what you say to them, they can just say, you know what, English Jaimonka. And then there's that one person that says that I must show this person by all means. Where is this coming from, regardless of the mindset? Where is this coming from?
So, you know, there's the nature versus nurture conversation, and it comes in all the time, where how you have grown up teaches you how to respond to situations, and your personality trait is also one thing. But as you go along and you mature, you learn different ways of reacting and doing things. So I have a friend who told me that, in fact, he's a very interesting person. So I have a friend who said that he used to be very angry. He used to be very, very angry. Like, if someone does something, he would be very angry. But he went and read the Bible, and he actually learned that anger lies in the bosom of a fool.
Yeah.
So from that time, he said,
didn't want to be a fool.
No, he said, no, I can't. And I didn't believe it, because when I had met him, he's become a very calm, quiet person. So if we say nature versus nurture, his personality, maybe that was the anger part, was maybe his normal, natural instinct, but he's learned how to work in a way that empowers him, that helps him to do the things that he really wants to do. So it's always the nature versus nurture conversation, and what you really want for yourself, consciously choosing that and actually taking the steps to go on that path.
Beautiful. I'll give you some minutes or so to wrap everything, summarize everything. Maybe somebody's writing, but let me see. Good morning. I really like this topic. The lady is very right, Antoinette, or Arab Africa. She likes to be called that way, not the lady. These are my tips to develop the right mindset. Okay, let's see if Araba would agree to them. Clarify what success means to you. You agree?
Yes.
Number 2, keep a positive attitude in any situation. Number 3, don't underestimate the power of intuition.
Yes, that there's a truth in that.
Okay, be productive and take consistent action.
Yes.
Okay, accept responsibility for your actions.
Definitely.
Okay, Araba agrees with you. All of it, all of the points that you have made.
Very
Okay,
good point.
okay. Thank you very much. So please summarize everything that you've said and about mindset and how it should empower you to this conversation.
Okay, so the kind of coaching that I do, I talk about personal responsibility, and mindset is one of the key areas that you as an individual takes personal responsibility in. You don't just leave anything to chance. Understand that the way you think in a certain way. You have certain assumptions, you have certain inclinations, you know it is there. But what we want is that thing that is there, the way you are thinking, is something that you have chosen. It is you. It is not somebody's mind, not your mother's mind, your father's mind, or your society's mind. You make sure that mind, what you are thinking, is actually you, your thoughts. So how do you get to that point? Conscious reflection, deciding how you would think about money, you deciding how you would think about life, deciding how you think about what is possible. Because either way, when you look at it, whether you think life is difficult or you will not succeed, you are right. And if you think that you will actually succeed because you've seen people succeed, you know what is possible, there's so much. Now, even in the village, the person who has that phone knows that there's something possible if they are. So now we can't say that nobody is seeing something. There's a lot already out there to be seen. So I think that you take responsibility of your mindset, you decide how you think, make sure you are positive, make sure that you are thinking of growth and improvement in your life.
Beautiful. What's up with Arab Africa? What are the new projects here?
Okay, so
have you not written a book already?
It's coming.
Ooh.
It's coming. I'm working on it. I'm actually working on it.
Okay.
So what is coming up is that we are doing a 7-day mindset challenge, unlock your career mindset. So this is actually a great opportunity, and I didn't know this was coming. So from December 1st to 7th, we are doing a challenge where you'll be able to analyze what you are thinking about yourself, your career, what you can achieve. And we are going to do this 7-day challenge. And at the end of the 7 day, we want you to come out with a changed mindset, thinking of what is possible for you, what you can go out and do. So people should just check it out on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Arab Africa, LinkedIn, Arab Africa, and Facebook and Twitter, Arab Africa Coaching. And then just get your updates on the 7-day challenge and join.
Beautiful. Good morning, MFA. Antoinette is right. I used to get angry easily, but growing up, I learned to be calm, and that my friends sometimes wonder if it's still me. That's beautiful. You can change your mindset so much that people think, hey, what's the sound? What's the sound? Hey, my God. My mom used to shout. She would bark, and then if you're in the third house, you would hear it. Then one day I woke up to her very calm and quiet. She was never talking again. I thought it was growth, but she said that she made a conscious effort because she realized that
you see, I like what you said about the conscious efforts. We are living in such a way that we are not conscious, and when you make the conscious effort, that is where the deciding factor is.
Okay, I don't know how Araba can help with this, but good morning. My name is Godwin from Kumasi, and says that he's missing Godwin. Yes, Godwin will join us shortly. It says that, help me out. Nowadays, I've been thinking and I don't know what it is. We'll be chatting and suddenly I'll just be quiet, forgetting we're chatting. Arefi.
That he forgets easily.
Is it that you're forgetting things easily? I'm not too sure, but Araba will be on standby on in her DM to Araba Africa, all right?
But what I'm suspecting is that maybe he has something on his mind that is occupying him. Maybe. And so that thing has taken all his mental space. And so he's not able to be present.
Right.
That is, I suspect that is what is happening.
Right.
That he's not able to be present.
At least we're diagnosing it. So I'll follow up with Araba so that she can help you out. But it's not a good one, okay? All right, but here is some good news from Betway for you. If you're like me, you'd be hooked on every game of the Cup in Qatar, and Betway is giving you the chance to win a share of 3 million Ghana cedis in cash. Gain free entries into our daily draw to win a guaranteed 30,000 every match day from the group stages to the final. It's a full month of incredible action. Sign up and play for free at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated, definitely, by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Remember that you must be 18 years and above to be for the love of the game. I've got another good news for you, but I want you to stick and stay. Yabeta brings you campus report. Antoinette, thank you so much. So what the days again?
December 1st to 7th. And it's a free challenge.
Ooh.
Yes, it's a free challenge. Anyone can do.
Guys, you should take advantage of this one. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, MFA.
All right, guys, do stay. Abita comes up. Campus report.
It's your girl Yabita, and I'm back again for Campus Reports, where we get to hold campus-based conversations with students. Now today we're going to engage with the level 100s, get to know life of a fresher, coming to school, choosing the program, choosing what courses to even study. So stick and stay. Like we do it, we're going to meet some students. All right, like I promised you, we're about to have some campus-based conversations, and I have my gentleman and a lady. I've got Desmond, I've got Michael, and Nanaba. Guys, how are we feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good? You? You're good? Nanaba, you're good. All right, so we see that you're in your final year, right? How has your 4 years in UPSA been like? I'm starting with you, Desmond.
Right. So far so good. It's been awesome, and a lot of ups and downs, but by God's grace we've been able to overcome, and we are still on it. We know that there are a lot of challenges to come in there, Lord, but we'll be moving forward.
We'll be moving forward. Nana, but how about you?
I thought it was all about fun and then making friends. I didn't know I was coming to stress myself.
It's been good so far. Well, good in the sense that I've actually gotten the opportunity to learn a few stuff, gotten some experiences, and then a whole lot throughout these challenges. Just like this one here said, you've been through a lot, but well, when challenges come, you learn something.
God day. What is your program of study?
I'm off in accounting, BSc accounting.
BSc accounting.
Yeah.
And you, Michael?
Business administration.
Business. Hey, it's like you're mentioning finance things. So, Nana, about you?
Administration too.
You do business administration. Yeah. I feel lost. Okay, Now we're talking about life after school. The life they want to live after school. Would you want to work a 9-to-5 job, a white-collar job?
For now, I would want to.
Why?
I want to. So let's say after school. Or before, I've already worked in some corporate institutions
Okay.
before, where internship opportunities were had in some companies. I used to work from 8 to 5. And I think even after school, the NSS, I wouldn't work that.
Yes.
And so, which is, which you must do, it is a requirement for you as a graduate. So for the meantime, I'll be willing.
You'll be willing.
Yeah.
Nana, how about you? Want to work a 9-to-5 job, a white-collar job?
Not really.
What would you like to
Okay.
venture
After
into?
school, I want to upgrade myself.
Okay.
Because sometimes, like, when you don't have this degree and then you want to work in some places, the pay isn't that much.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I want to just advance myself so that when I start working, at least I'm going to get a good position and also get enough pay.
Hey, enough pay. The way Michael is bobbing is that Michael is like, you want you'd be comfortable working a 9-to-5?
Not really.
Oh.
Me personally, I don't have it in mind working actually for someone. Yeah.
Hey, you must be your own boss.
Exactly.
Hey, okay.
But I still see the need to going for the 9-to-5 job, in the sense that one way or the other you're going to need some experience from that side. So probably a year or two from that side wouldn't be bad. You get the experience and then you can start something on your own.
We know the employment situation in the country right now. We have people lamenting. Even me, I have lamented some before. Okay, now you're finishing school. NSS, we feel like, okay, we are working. Then NSS is done. Now you are back home. People are already lamenting about the unemployment rates rising. Now you're done with school, you're trying to look for a job, you're not getting a job. What would you do? Based on what you study business administration. What are your plans? If you don't get a job, what are your plans?
You mean that's after NSS?
Yes, after NSS.
Okay. So already, or to say, you would want to use your experience, back in school, and if it's possible, that after NSS you can actually set up something. But I think that's most of the thing that.
What would you like to set up? I mean,
So
with your
already,
background in school.
I'm into some petty sales.
Oh,
online
okay.
Sales, which I think that even if I'm not employed, I can be promoting that with different avenues that I can get sales. Yes, and that's actually.
Nana, but how about you? You're done with school, you're not getting a job. What is your go-to? What are you doing?
Okay, as for me, I would like to start up something on my own.
Yeah.
So that even if I'm not working, at least I'm going to get some source of income.
Funny you mentioned starting up something on your own. You know, people have already been complaining that starting up your business is not easy. And how are you going to tackle that?
Okay, to me, I think it's about your mindset. And then when you are focused and determined, whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Whatever you
Do you
want
get
to
it?
do,
Yeah.
that's true.
And then as it's not like I'm into graphics and design.
Wow.
Yeah, so if after school I've not gotten any form of employment, I can start with this and also invest into something else.
Something else.
Do you get it? And I'm sure I can get source of income from these two
These two,
for
yes.
now.
Michael, you mentioned that you wouldn't ideally like to work a 9-to-5 job. So that means that you have certain plans, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so NSS being something that's mandated, compulsory for
Yes.
everyone to do. Well, after probably NSS, I intend to focus more on what I'm doing now. Currently,
What are you doing now?
I'm an investor and then a trader.
Oh, what do you invest in?
Cryptocurrencies.
Wow, cryptocurrency.
Yeah. So currently, because of time, I don't have much time, so hardly do I focus on it. But I'm still learning from it, and then probably after my NSS, then that's when I go full time into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now, I just have one last question for you. Do you feel anxious thinking of life after school? The thought of life after school, does it make you nervous?
personally, not that much, but I think that we're looking at people that after school, a lot of graduates are home with no work, and you know, I actually feel for them as well. That I sometimes ask myself that, so if I'm to complete school, and what if the other lanes that I have or something, I don't want to feel that anxious, because I believe that something can come up.
Okay,
yes,
something can come up. We have faith. Anaba, how about you? Do you feel anxious thinking about life after school?
Not really.
No, you have them.
Yeah, like I'm someone that mostly I like to learn from people's experience. Do you get it? And then now that I'm in school, those that have completed our home and are not working, like I see that a lot. So whilst I'm in school, like I'm actually making preparation so that when I'm done with school, I wouldn't end up the way they are.
I mean, you sound very prepared. Michael, how about you?
Yeah,
you have to give me vim because the way you were explaining crypto and things, that means there's more vim, no anxiety.
It'd be something like getting anxious or being anxious, because we don't see. Okay, I wouldn't put it that way though, but well, the economy is sort of being a hindrance when it comes to some of the few things we're doing, but that shouldn't
also,
stop us or something like that. So you're making preparations for that.
Right. So let's hold on to our faith. Hopefully, by the time you're done with NSS, you finally complete school, you do your NSS, and you come out to the working world, things go up better for you, right? We're holding on to that faith.